Welcome to TSRL round 10 here at Zandvoort. Today there's been a bit of delay, 5-minute delay due to issues with getting people into the lobby. Practice was fun. We have multiple good drivers. It was going to be 20 drivers today, but 2 Astons have not signed in, so we will not have them today. It's raining for the first part of qualifying, but as most people know, it will go to light rain at the end. It will be a huge sprint. It will be traffic mayhem. Who will get that pole position? We will never know. There's about, like, anyone really is in contention. We see all the colours lined up on the side there. Who's going to be the first one leaving the pit lane? Yeah, we were going to use the intro, but people logging in stopped that. Sorry for this. I'm just got to check my Discord. Okay, as I think I just see, people coming out the pit lane now. Are they going to choose full wet? So it definitely is at the moment. or some people are going to risk it, try and go faster and hop onto the intermediate compound of tyre. Sorry for this again. People just okay. Here we go as we see people coming up to the chicane, the last chicane on this circuit. Caution sector 3, that's just the Atari who we're watching now, going slowly. As he comes across the line to his first flying lap. Well, I think that's a flying lap. We're just coming through turns 5 and 6 onto 7. Now this place is going to be a huge opportunity. I mixed with my words. It's definitely a sport where I've seen some of the best overtakes on this game. He's just taking it cautious, and I'm pretty sure everyone will take it cautious for the first 10 minutes for this quali session. Sorry, I have that practice in my head. As we have 3 newcomers. I think there's 4, but I can't remember all of them. We have Streetlight, there's Kyle, Kerwo, that we haven't signed his name yet. As we see a beautiful overtake as Max goes into the wall. Just Alfie just on the inside. There's it was 16 as I was talking about. He's one of our newcomers. Maybe even the fastest. It's going to be him and Ben. That most of us, I believe, think are going to be fighting for the win today. The main race, as it stands, will be dry, so we don't have to worry about any of that, as there's a caution. It's just the 2 Mercedes letting each other pass as he now comes down to turn 7 for the 3rd time in this quali session. Let's focus on someone else, and I think that's a spin, maybe, for Ben. He's going really slowly. Same with most people, to be honest. Let's look at our provisional pole holder as he just prepares for his next flying lap. As the Haas wants to tow, he wants to get a little bit behind so he doesn't get held up, but he also wants to tow. That will give him that extra little bit of opportunity, especially as we have no DRS. Is that the Haas we just seen pull into the pits, or is that, I think that was the AlphaTauri behind him as he goes into turn 3 and 4 now into Zandvoort's banked corner. All the drivers seem to love it. It looks fun to drive. Coming down to turn 7, so sweep, but it's easy to spin here if you don't get the entrance right, especially if you go onto the grass. as he takes a lot of that curve, trying to use all the exit, even going onto the grass, just taking not the ideal line, as he has a bit of a flicker there that nearly sends him into the side of the Williams. He's now coming down to turns, I believe 11 and 12. With the mini straight now, turns 13 and 14, the last corner. Oh, as he has a big moment there, sideways drifting himself around part of that corner as he pulls into the pit lane. He reckons that would have ruined his lap there. Let's see what our provisional P2 holder is doing. To the pit lane too with a huge look up, nearly sending himself into the wall. I don't think many people. There's a big spin there from Kerbo, who's one of the newcomers now. Coming out of the banked corner. He's now continues onto turn 6 and 7. As I believe Tig is overtaken by the AlphaTauri and Mercedes over Yin and Kerbo or Max, I'm not sure. As we see Yin pull into the pit lane too. It's going to be Intis next. I'm not sure if all the drivers know it. As now it's a hot lap for Damie. Using all of the exit there and nearly sending himself into the wall. Sideways, and Track Racer puts it ahead by 0.4 of a second. Nearly half a second there. That is insane. Just a bug, or it was my eyes, I couldn't tell. I saw Tig up there. I don't know if it was just my brain or the bug, but it was actually Track Racer. And we see Damie go ahead, a provisional P3 ahead of Ben. It's all looking like anyone could grab it here in the top 4. But as you see, Lucas there top the times by more than a second, and Kevin goes even faster. I believe this is where the transition goes from very wet to slightly wet. Now everyone's gonna have to go onto them inters. We see Alfie, he's barely turning, but then wets just won't do it. It's got to be the inters now, and we have 7 minutes left. And everyone, as we see Ben now onto the inters, who goes a second ahead, and then we have Sixton again, and almost a second ahead of Ben. All the times are improving. Who's gonna catch pole? We won't know yet, as I think that was Silva. I just saw some positions move. Goes to P5. Ben, not sure if he went a bit deep there. As you can't see from the camera angle, it looks like he went slight bit fast into there as we go into 13 and 14, the last corner and a banked corner, all flat, sending you down to the line, but it's going to be Ben who pulls into the pit lane for possibly another set of tyres. As it's a wet quali and a dry race, most of the drivers know they can use as much wet tyres as they want, as they don't need them for the main race, and tyre strategies are going to be insane for the races. We see a spin there from Kevin. I was just looking down as that happened. I think he just lost traction and just the car took him round. Close between Yin and I believe Kevin. Yeah, it would be Kevin. Just nearly touching wheels there. James Silva nearly stopped on the track as it's a huge mess there down at turn one. Then we just tried one of the drivers that's involved in that. It's Sonny, who's just parked himself by the side to let all these cars through. It's all a mess. I thought this happened. All the traffic, everyone overtaking everyone trying to find that gap. It looks like the AlphaTauri that's now on the main street is just going to cruise to try and get the best lap time he can. To say Ben just only took him by 10 milliseconds, but Sixten is just going to edge ahead by about 0.3 of a second. It's so close. Because everyone except from 3 cars are in the pit lane. It's all crowded around the track as BMH and Ben retires from the session. That was just a manual retirement. FA might have a look at that though, because it's in the rules. If you want to retire, then you do it in the pit lane. So I'm not sure if FIA would be happy about that one, or if they'll just let him go. But who's gonna get pole? Is this a big rear up for Sixten? I don't think he's going to improve this time as his rear end as he's sideways. I'm not sure if that's just him celebrating or is he really trying to put the foot down as he's sideways again. I don't know if that's a spectating bug or if he's really going. I think that's just him celebrating. He's really thinks as he does a 360 across the line. Thinking he's going to get pole, and I think it is going to be him for pole. It's Track Racer. The only ones that can get it are Yin, that just improves it, overtakes Damie, that goes P4. It's only Alfie and Mare. What is Alfie going to do? Alfie's his front wing's broken, and he's invalidated as he just sent himself into the barrier. Can Mare do anything? Mare's done from the session, and it's going to be Sixten on pole, with Ben right behind, and Lewis. I think that's how I pronounce his name. If you're watching, I'm sorry if it's pronounced Louise or Lewis. I don't know. I'm just going to pronounce it Lewis. They are our top 3 today. And they're going to be the ones who are going to have a clear view of them 5 red lights. Back now as we just wait. I think it's meant to be 2 minutes for the 5 red lights. If we soon hear a beep, that will mean people have readied, and it will soon be as 5 red lights are on. 18 drivers behind the red lights in this way we don't go. There's a way we go, and it's a red flag. Thought that bug would happen, sadly. Mayor told me to put the red flags off. I put it on reduce because I forgot. I think it will repeat. My mic wasn't on for the start. It's the Red Bull spun at the back. It was lights out, and away we go. Everyone got a relatively good start. There weren't any immediate updates, overtakes, except from Tig going straight to the front and Ben getting overtaken by Track Racer. I'm pretty sure there weren't any others. We see Sonny and Kerbo both get a penalty in this virtual safety car. Go. We start on lap 3, so it'll be 3 less laps for the race today, as everyone just gets in a line and just uses slipstream as alongside for Sixton and Tig, who's going to get out ahead as we go into... Oh, and it's so close as Tig ghosts, and I'm not sure why, and Sixton gets the overtake just about. It sends him into P1. It's just a huge line. I don't know why Tig's ghosted. He's now not. Let's see it from Ben's POV. But is Ben going to try and go for the double overtake on Sixton? But Sixton gets overtaken by Lewis, and they're side by side still. They're all side by side still. and it's just a huge big queue as T goes wide. Oh, never mind, that was just a spectating bug. Is Ben gonna overtake Lewis anytime soon? I'm not quite sure, as there's a spin behind. Well, it might have just been contact from Mare Silver and the behind, and it's now 3 wide. Almost, I think it is still 3 wide as Ben gets pushed off the track by Sexton. I don't think he's seen it. He does a bit of a wheelie by riding the curb. Tig is lagging so much. He's going back and forth. It's almost like a case that Marcus had in Spa. He's just been overtaken. He's dropping down now in 6th. As we see Sixton, he's gaining, but not quite enough to get past Track Racer. As Kevin O'Reilly now gets past Tig, and it's a battle near the back between Alfie and the Alfa Romeo is side by side still. It's now side by side, and it's going to be side by side between Yin. Well, it was side by side between Yin and Ben, but now Yin's going to send it up the inside of Ben. And is Damie going to make the move? Is Damie going to try and slip past? I'm not quite sure yet. Ben uses all of the exit, and Damie's going to try and send it back down the inside from a mile back. He hits Yin, but I don't think any damage was given there. He's almost pushing him down the mini straight into turn 13 and 14. It's now the DRS enabled. Is Damie gonna get past Yin on this main straight? I think he's gonna try. He pulls to the inside and he sends it up the inside. Yin leaves all the space he needs to. Is Damie just couldn't edge round? Sixton and Track Racer, I'm pretty sure, are now just working together to try and get away from the battle behind, so they can have the battle of their own for the lead. But is Yin's now battling Ben, so is Yin gonna get past Ben? It's a huge battle. This is one of the best battles we've had in TSRL yet, and it's not even a big one. There hasn't been tons of battles in TSRL, as it's all side by sides, and I think that's the Marcus Supra who slows down. I think he's just let Kyle back past. Damie's falling off a little bit, but who isn't falling off is Yin. He has the DRS. Ben hasn't. He's gaining and gaining and gaining. He's now side by side at turn 1. Ben leaves all the room he needs to as he on the exit of turn 1. Still side by side as he just edges behind. It's oh so close here. Who's going to come out ahead though? Now Damie's had the opportunity to catch up, and who also has had the opportunity to go catch up is Kevin. It's now a 4-way battle, and Yin's looking everywhere to try and get past Ben, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to before turn 11 and 12. But I think he's going to get him at 11 and 12 with that DRS that Ben doesn't have. He's going to deploy it now. I think he's a bit far back now, but onto the main straight, he's definitely going to try, as he has, I'm pretty sure, quite a better line than Ben, who goes sideways, drifts the car around the corner. It's going to give him a worse exit. As that's Yin, who nearly spins the car. If it would spun that would have been the worst spin, as we see Sixton overtake Track Racer. It's all so close everywhere. I think they're still working together as Lewis just about saves that gap and tries not to drop down too far. Kevin's still in the battle. He's not going to go for a move yet. He's going to wait until someone makes a mistake. And caution, it's another box as he left the session. He's DNF'd it. He's followed the rules. Both AlphaTauris are now out. I never seen when Max got out, but his track racer going to try and make a move on the inside. No, he isn't, as there's a huge attack. And there's also a battle behind. I didn't even realise this. As Alfie's made his way up to P10, and it might be P9 now, as we see Rico go really wide there on the exit. Track races also gaining. As track racer gets a bit of a better exit than Sexton. Is Sexton gonna get the I don't know what I'm talking about. Is track racer gonna get past him? No, he's not going into them few corners, but we can focus on this battle behind. It's settled down now. Not everyone's fighting, but Kevin's definitely going to try and get a move on Damie. He's gaining. And Damie defends the inside line. Is he going to send it all the way round the outside? I think he is. He's still side by side technically. Is he going to keep it around the outside? He's just, as he goes into the bank corner, what a move. He keeps it around the outside and sticks with that line. The whole entire overtake. It lasted multiple corners. What an overtake. Let's focus on Yin now, who's also gaining. Also, as Trap Racer has overtaken Sixten. I'm not sure when. It might have been the main straight, but Sixten's going to try and make it past. As it Damie, has he spun? Well, no, it's Yin who's gone off. And now it's side by side between Damie and Kevin, but Damie just slots behind as they're gonna try and work together, and that's now Silver, who is out of the session. Tiggs also DNF'd. And it's a safety car. Let me try and see where his dead body is. His dead body is I think it's just before turn 7. He might have spun it there, but on dry. Not sure how he's done that. Is everyone, well, most people pull into the pit lane. Is Rico doesn't, and Rico's gonna settle in P2 under the safety car. It's a safety car bug, I think. If they could, if I'm not sure what's going on here. The safety car is letting some cars past. Not sure at all what's going on. I realised the track racer who's been battling for the lead, is now in P12. So Sixton's gonna try and take advantage of that, as I believe it should be safety car in this lap. Yes, it is. The Dahlias will slow down, ready for the restart. Now, well, it's going to be in a second when the safety car pulls in up to Lucas when he wants to go. And at the position when he wants to go is going to be now. He stamps on the throttle and away we go. As it's 3 wide. Now, and he's taken out the world teammate. Ben has turned into Kevin, who's smashed into Yin. That's really dirty from Ben. Our mess in the pit lane. On stream as well. It's confirmed it will be a restart.
Is everyone in?
Missing. Or is Yin just not racing?
Is everyone in, Jack?
No.
We can.
Yin.
No,
Yin
the
isn't.
grid. Yin is not joining.
Tell them not to start. It's starting in 20 seconds now.
You're not ready up. I'm gonna always switch.
Oh my goodness. Why is everyone ready up? We're starting in a second. People weren't listening to Don't Ready Up, so grid is slightly wrong, but we'll get going very soon. The grid isn't right. And it's lights out. And away we go, safety car to back. It's also buggy. Yeah, just continue. Okay. As it's now safety car on this lap, let's hope it's not as much carnage as last time, as Damie puts his foot to the floor now, and it's away we go, and it's side by side between Lucas and Alfie. Alfie's going to get double overtaken by Ben and Lucas. He's going to slip through at the inside of Lucas as he goes deep, and is still side by side. He's nearly going to turn into the back of him. Towards the back, there's someone that spun off, and it's Meher, who was P5, has I think been spun round, and it's a huge queue here, and the Alpine just slips past the side of Kevin Orley and slips through Smelly. He's already made it up to P8 from last. There's another caution as the street light is DNF'd. And towards the front, Ben is gaining, but that's a side by side between, and he's around the outside, all the way around the outside for 16. These are just sitting ducks for him. He's too fast. As he gains on Sonny. Side by side almost between Ben and Alfie. Behind there's some position changing with Lucas and Lewis. Is that someone that's gone off? I don't think it was. I just saw something in the corner of my eye. It's nearly side by side. I thought it was side by side between Ben and Damie, but soon surely Ben will go for a move, and it's not going to be now. I thought it was going to be. He's going to launch it on the inside, and it's going to be now as he moves himself into P1. With Sixton already up to P5, he's made 9. Oh my god, about 8 positions already. Now enables. Sixton gets the fastest lap. He's flying. He's catching the back of Lucas, and soon he'll be past Lucas. By the looks of his pace. Is he going to get him on this mini straight? I'm not quite sure about here. It would be very hard to make a new overtake at this point of the track as he's pushing almost Lucas along the tarmac of Vandvoort. Make a move here. He's not. He's too far back now, but is he going to go for a switchback? Not quite, as Lucas covers that off, but he's definitely going to try and make a move on the main straight. He's so close, and he gets a better run too. He might even get it done before turn 1, and yes, he does get it done before turn 1. He's just gaining, but it's also in front. He's going to be Alfie, his teammate, up the inside. Is Sixten going to benefit from this? Yes, he is. He's so close. He's side by side in front of him. Is Sixten going to sleep through? Is he going to try and get the switchback on the both of them? He nearly does. He only gets the switchback on his teammate, Alfie, but he's going to try now get it on Damie, as he's almost spun Damie round, getting so close, as Alfie's just going to slip back through. But Sixten's going to try and go for the switchback on Alfie. He makes a little bit of contact, but doesn't want to get risky, so he just sends it up the inside. Is he going to make the move on Damie going into turns 11 and 12? Damie's definitely going to defend, almost pushes him off the track. Yes, he is, though, as it looks like one of the Hasses has spun or something. Damie's front wing is getting really close to the front tyres. Alfie goes off the track. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not sure if he got pushed off or what. It's Lewis though. He's gonna make a move. He's gonna hit the back of what I believe is. Oh my, that's a huge crash. I think he hit the back of Kevin. That's definitely gonna be an investigation. There is going to be virtual safety car. I'm surprised it's not full safety car, and I'm surprised Lewis's front wing didn't. Lewis's front tire didn't come off. Has made his way from last to second. Is he going to be able to say, I did the last first in TSRL round 10 here at Vandvoort? I'm not sure though. Ben is very fast. If it upgrades to a full safety car, then it definitely will be, but I'm not sure if that will happen. Is that Ben? Is that Ben ghosted? Ben slowed down way too much by the looks of it. Unless he's just slowing down overly so we can get a better launch. I think that is the case. He's just now 4 seconds ahead as multiple people pull into the pit lane. As Sonny's out, has that been a spin? It's a virtual safety car once again, unless it didn't go green. On the track map, it's only saying safe, like yellow flag. I think that's Sonny who's crashed on the sides of turn 14, the last corner. He might have spun, he might have just manually DNF'd. I'm not sure what's happened there. But Sixten is going to try and push his hardest. He's on the soft compounder tyre. Is Ben? I'm not quite sure. Yes, he is. If he can make the most out of it. As a caution in sector 1. Is that the Ferrari that's spun? Or letting Rico past? I'm not quite sure. It's all changing positions down there. Is that's Rico who sent himself into the barrier. His front wing's gone. Surprised it's not a yellow flag for debris as Sixten pulls into the pit lane to get the medium compound of tyre on. If he can get the undercut on Ben, that would be an insane move from him. It's only going to be Mayor, I believe, that overtakes. No, I was looking at the wrong person. It's going to be Mayor and Alfie are the only ones that overtake Sixten. And I think Ben would be coming in this lap. We'll see. Lewis, who has DNF'd. I think he's manually retired in the pit lane. There's been a lot of those. So now, if you just finish, you'll be in the points. And Sixton's going to be hunting down Mare. I'm not sure if Mare's going to put up much of a fight. As we know, Sixton is extremely quick. But, you know, Mare likes to get overly defensive, as he just lets Sixton through. He doesn't want to battle with him. He might even want to work with him to get himself to the front. And it's Ben now who boxes. Is Sixton going to get ahead of Ben? I don't think he is, but it's going to be very close. He's closed the gap by about a second by doing that, so he has made some benefit doing the undercut. And there's some position swapping between Alfie and Damie. Then same in a side by side between Smelly Jelly and Lucas. Still side by side. Is Lucas going to send it all the way around the outside? Yes, he is. I knew there was going to be some good overtakes there, and Lucas has proved it. And who's that is spun off? That's Alfie in the Alpine, where he was doing so well. Everyone knew that he was probably going to be in that top 5, and now he's spun it. That's really unlucky. I'm not sure if he's been spun round or just as that's a good overtake from the Red Bull. I think he even sent Smelly there, Jordan, onto the gravel. I'm not sure if he forced him off or just There's now Sixton improved the time on the medium that he got on the soft compounder tyre. He's hunting down Ben in these last 6 laps. Losing into DRS range now, just about missing the DRS zone there. He's going to try to use DRS. He's now in DRS distance, but that's a safety. That's a yellow flag as we see Damie go off the track. I'm not sure if he sent himself into the barrier. Has he got any damage there? It doesn't look like it. I think he's just gone off the track. It's now 6 tenths between Sixton. He's enabling the DRS. Ben doesn't have that. Is he going to try and make a move on the main straight? I'm not sure if he is. He's getting closer and closer. Yes, he is. Is he going to get it done before turn 1? Yes, he is. What a move. He just sends it at the inside with no fear. Ben has nothing to do. Now, Sixton goal is only just to keep Ben behind. It was a 4-second gap of just a few laps ago, and now it's a 5-second gap, but Ben is behind him. Let's focus on Marcus Super and see if he can get any closer. Ben is just trying to keep as close as he can to Sixton. But Sixton's just going to try and push as hard as he can to get out that DRS range, and then he can just cruise along to the checker flag. But first he has to survive 5 laps without spinning or crashing or anything like that, or even Ben overtaking him. Alfie, that is out of the race. So I just looked up and seen that. And Ben is getting. Well, no, Sixton is pulling away from Ben. He's going to try and get out of that DRS range. There's also someone who's getting close. Is Marcus Supra, who's now 4 tenths behind Lucas. He's going to try and fight for this podium. And that's now Smelly Jelly too, who's out. Jordan, who is now out of this race. There's only 8 cars left. And the main battle now is Marcus trying to overtake Lucas. Is he going to get it done now? I'm not quite sure about that, but he's going to try and do it. And he's going to send it up the inside. Lucas has no chance to get back past him back there. The Red Bull has much quicker pace in him. It's a Sector 2 yellow flag. Is that Rico who stopped? He spun. Is that going to be a virtual safety car or even a safety car because a loose front wing on the track? I don't think so. It's just going to be a yellow flag for a small portion of time. Is Ben going to get past Sixton? That's our only question right now. He's gaining his 3 tenths, 2 tenths, but he's not going to be close enough to do it. He only has 2 more laps now to get past Sixton. Gain on Sixton, but it's going to be nowhere near enough to make the overtake. It's only the last lap I said 2 more laps. It's only now it's 2 more laps. Sorry, I had to go. Um, I missed the race ending, but it's going to be Sixton who takes it. He comes home on his first race, is his debut race. Ben was the one to get his debut race last time. Ben was the winner last time, but this time it's going to be Sixton who gets P1. But Ben is definitely under investigation for taking out drivers on that restart. I doubt he'll drop 20 seconds, but he might have a penalty on that one. So yeah, I'm not sure what Mayor's doing. I think Mayor's doing donuts. Of course he is. If he gets disqualified, that's his fault. He's not going to get points for his team or for Alfa Romeo. So we see the donut celebrations from a donut himself. Is this Ben? Well, no, it's just the game who does it. As I'm going to have to record as we see Sixton floating now as his podium celebration. I'm gonna have to look through these because for some reason the software that we used didn't pick up this race as live timing, so we're gonna have to do all of these. And that's our race done. But I'm not sure if that's the stream done, as pre-race, post-race interviews. I'm just gonna open it now.
Hello.
Hello, man.
Interview?
Yeah, I'm just posting that now.
Yeah. Interview me first, because I gotta go.
Okay. So first of all, what happened to you on? Was it lap 1? I think, or it might be lap 2 where you just dropped down the field.
Well, we can start off with the first race. Yeah, just unlocked key coming into turn 6. Think it's true. Just clear silver sticking on the inside and just spinning me out. It's just an unfortunate crash, to be honest. Nothing I could have done there. Still was
10
fine.
out of 10 recovery, not gonna lie to you.
I had a little chat with him. It's real fine with that. We'll move on to the next
How
race.
are we, guys?
And we'll see about that in a while. But you might have seen this. Maybe something coming, cause doing some donuts at the end of the Grand Prix. Maybe you'll know something.
Yeah,
Soon.
donuts coming from a donut there. As we're gonna move on to now,
Hey, well,
Kevin.
where's the rest of my question?
We have to speed through these. There's
Hello,
so many
guys.
people in this race
I
team.
want to say a few things.
Just
Okay,
Jack,
go on, Ben.
just move on to my interview. Just move on to my interview.
Let's do
Move on
Ben
to my
first.
I have, I
Great.
have a lot. I have a lot to say.
I have a lot to say too. Well, we can first off talk about that idiot.
Right.
Well, I mean, you didn't get taken out by a track racer, drop down really far, gain about 7 seconds in the last 6 laps, and then get turned in on by, well, could have been just a racing incident with Lucas, but I did nothing wrong and still managed to get P4, almost getting Marcus, and the flipping grid got done over on the
Yeah,
restart. So I'm very happy with P4. My pace at the end was scary good.
yeah, okay.
I've been trying to chat with Lucas. I haven't got anything. Oh, never mind. I have. He said, "Don't worry about it. Then we're fine." P4. I do need to report though. So anyway, see you later, guys. Everyone, thanks for tuning into the stream.
Yeah, see you later.
See you later.
Okay, let's move on to Ben next. Is there anything you want to say before I ask you some questions?
Yeah. What happened at the restart, the previous lobby, with that incident with me and Kevin?
Yep.
Basically, the Haas, forgot his name. He was AI and he was ghosting everywhere, and I was stepping back a bit, and then I collided with Kevin on the restart, and yeah, I made a good recovery, I guess. I was matching pace with Sixton, and I pulled up a 20-second gap to third with 5 laps to go. And yeah, there's not been much stuff I've seen that's been stupid, I guess.
Yeah, Ben, it was a mega drive by you. I was about to say, what are your thoughts on our newcomer, Sixton, just
He's actually
stumbling into this league and being one of the fastest now?
yeah, he's like, what didn't you say it was like WR tier 2 PSGL F3?
Yep.
And I was mashing pace with him with last few laps. Honestly, I had to that had to be the toughest last few laps of my life ever. After 10 years of playing, the most toughest final few laps.
Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna end that there because we need to get through tons of people.
Yeah, in a bit.
See, I'm gonna try and do Sixton last. So let's just go with Lucas. Lucas, is there anything you want to say before I ask you some questions?
No.
Okay, how do you overall think that your pace and your race went throughout?
Well, knowing the pace of everybody else in the lobby and how bad my qualifying was, I'm actually really happy for P5. But it could have been a better result, but it's not really Kevin's fault. I think it was my fault more. I turned into him. I didn't know he was there, so it could have been a better result. But I'm actually happy for P5, big points, and when there's so much quick drivers in the league now, I'll take any points at this rate.
Yeah, this is a common question. How do you think you're gonna compare to Sixton? Because I'm pretty sure one point in the race, you were holding him up, unless that was um
Yeah, I mean, he's really quick. Too quick to be fair, but I try my best to defend. I managed to hold him up for a bit, but he is way too fast. That I just, yeah.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna end that now.
Thank
As we
you.
have so many people. Yep, thank you. Okay, Jordan, you're gonna be next. Is there anything you want to say before I ask you some questions? If you're there, I'll move on to Alfie and see when Jordan comes back. Alfie, is there anything you want to say before we ask some questions?
Not really, apart from just a crash that really I don't know what happened. Apart from I just went round. But yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about what happened during that crash. You claimed that it was about 170 miles an hour. That must have hurt.
After like reviewing it back after like a bit, it wasn't as fast as I thought. I think I was just seeing things, but then even with the speed that it was at, it still felt quite a big impact, and it did it almost sore a bit, but yeah,
Yeah.
a move.
What happened? Was it quali when you looked up, went into the wall, or was that 60 I'm thinking out?
Yeah, I think I did go into the wall at one point in quali, so it's just not been my weekend. At one point, I thought I had decent pace, like not in quali, but in the race. Like, I got up to P2 from the safety cars, but I did show a bit of pace, but then it just dropped off.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna end that there because you have still quite a lot of people. Okay. Marcus, is there anything you want to say before I ask some questions?
No, not really. No.
Okay. How do you overall think that your race went?
I think, honestly, I got the best I probably could have. Obviously, there was a lot of accidents in the previous lobby, but it doesn't really matter now.
Yeah. How hard was that overtake on, I forgot who it was, to get
Lucas?
into P3? Yeah, Lucas.
Honestly, it was just inevitable. I just had the better pace, to be honest. I just wanted to get past him because I knew Kevin behind me was rapid on his mediums. It's kind of scaring me, to be honest. But I'm happy with the P3.
Yeah, okay. Uh, wait. I'm just gonna end that there because
All right. Yeah.
we have
Right.
Adam. Adam, were you racing? I forgot. I don't, because I don't know your Adam.
I was in an F2 race.
Okay, I'll talk then to our race winner, Sixten. How do you overall think your weekend went?
I think my race was pretty good. I went from last to first. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it, and Ben kept up a lot, so it was a good fight in the end.
Yeah, so that on the first half of the race, that battle you had with Ben, how do you think about that?
Yeah, it was a good battle. It was quite close. Yeah, I had to push quite a lot. He was really fast. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd warned you about him winning your debut race in TSRL. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, it was quite good because I didn't get a lot of practice for it. So I'm just happy that I won.
Yeah, it was nice speaking to you. I need to now conclude this because I've got to eat. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you